Hi everybody. I am hopping on to share with you my skincare routine, my morning skincare routine. So as you can tell, I am typically, I'm pretty dry, you can probably tell, and you can probably tell that I've got some eczema surrounding all kinds of different places on my face. So if you are dry here and oily is here, I'm like over here. I'm super, super dry. And I do have one of the atopics, which is eczema. So there are 5 atopics and this is one of them. And I've had eczema since I was like a baby. So I require a whole lot of moisturizer and moisture. I also live in Colorado, which probably doesn't help things. And so it's super dry here. So that sort of puts me on that end of the dry scale as well. So what I thought I would do is just share my skincare routine with you, and then if you have similar skin, you might find some products helpful. First of all, you want to find a cleanser that works really well and works well with your skin, especially if you have sensitive skin. So I use the 3-in-1 cleanser, and I usually do it in the shower. I use like a little tiny like pea amount of cleanser, and I do it on my face, my neck, and on my chest. And when I started the Senegence products, I actually used the cleanser, the 3-in-1 cleanser, only for several weeks. So I started with that, and I only used that for a couple of weeks. And then once my skin sort of got used to a new product, and it had sort of purged kind of everything that had been in my pores, I then moved to a few of the other products. So most days I'm using just this in the shower, and then when I get out of the shower, the first thing I do is I take our anti-wrinkle cream, and this is one of my favorite products. So while I have eczema, I don't have a ton of wrinkles, and I'm 44, so I'm pretty pleased with this product. I put it typically here, and then I put it over on the sides of my eyes, and I typically put it up here on my forehead. And so this will help with any light to medium wrinkles that you have. And you can actually, when you put it on, you can actually see it sort of filling in those spaces. So the second product I put on, or I guess it would be third, because I use the face wash, then I use the anti-wrinkle treatment when I get out of the shower. The next product I use is the Climate Control. So Climate Control is moisture in a bottle. It is more miracle in the bottle. It is a wonderful hydrating product. It actually has a tiny, one of the smallest molecular sizes of any of our products, so that it can go very deep into your skin layers. It also has our Cineplex complex in it, which means that it helps you renew your skin cells 23% faster. So rather than renewing your skin cells every 28 days, you're looking at renewing those skin cells about every 21 days, which makes you have healthier and newer looking skin. So Climate Control, I'm generous with this stuff, again, because I'm so dry. I spray it on, and then I follow it with one of 2 things. So I either put on the daytime moisturizer, or if my eczema is pretty flary, I go to the Nangai oil. So the Nangai oil is probably what I'm going to use today. And I'm almost out, but I just take a little drop, I put it in my hands, and I'm almost out, so I'm just going to dump it. You guys, this is like, and then I put that all over my face, over the Climate Control, even when the Climate Control is still a little wet. So the Nangai oil, well, the Climate Control is also an anti-inflammatory properties, and so it's also wonderful for like sunburns and things like that. So Climate Control sort of helps to sort of put my skin at ease, and then to follow it up with Nangai oil. Nangai oil, it comes from the Nangai nut, and it is highly moisturizing. It's a triglyceride, and it also has anti-inflammatory properties. So by using those 2 products, I can sort of calm my eczema down a little bit. and help it. So now what I would do is I would typically go do my hair. I would let sort of these products penetrate my skin and go deep into my skin and moisturize them. So I would go do my makeup, or I'd go do my hair, and then I would come back and I would put on some moisturizer. So I'm gonna go do that and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. You probably were thinking when I left, she's gonna go do her hair. She doesn't have that much hair, and I don't. It doesn't take me long to do my hair. So I'm done, did my hair, and now I can feel that a lot of that moisture has really penetrated into the deeper layers of my skin. And so now what I would do is I would follow it up with our daytime moisturizer. Some of you who are more oily are probably going, oh my gosh, if I put that much on my face in terms of moisture, that you would be a walking zit. Yeah, not me. I wish I was sometimes. But so now I'm just going to put on some moisturizer. Now, sometimes if I feel like my face is feeling pretty happy with Nangai oil, and I'm going to put on some foundation and put my makeup on, sometimes what I will do is I will not put this on, and instead I will put on our medium color correcting tinted moisturizer on instead. If I've used Nangai oil, I very often will go right to here, but that's another time in another video. So today I'm not going to put on a lot of makeup today, mostly because I am pretty inflamed, and I just want to go, I'm actually going to go put a little bit of cream on those eczema spots that I have. I have a non-steroid cream that I use to try and just get those to flare down a little bit. Most of the time I can treat my eczema with Nangai oil, but occasionally when I can't get rid of something, I will go use one of my creams from my dermatologist. So that's it. So the products I used, I washed my face with 3-in-1 cleanser, then I applied anti-wrinkle treatment, then I applied climate control, and this is the one product that I can't live without, and I can't live without Nangai oil, and then the daytime moisturizer. So now I would sort of let that penetrate my skin layers, and then when I was ready to, I could move into makeup if I wanted to. So a couple tips I have before we wrap up. Number one, if you're not happy with your skin, there are some things you can do that have nothing to do with products. Your skin is a reflection of much of the time of what's going on inside your body. So my eczema tends to be flared by pollens, so mostly external, but pollens. And then I've noticed with too much dairy, that I get a little bit more, and then mine is definitely stress related. So the more stress I have, the more I tend to flare up all over my body. So if you're not happy with your skin, you can start very simply by drinking more water. You should be drinking half your body weight in ounces. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you should be drinking 75 ounces of water a day. In Colorado, we do that because we live at a mile high, so we're at 5,200 feet, right? 5,280. I live at about 6,000 feet. So I'm drinking water all day long. So that's, if I don't, then I get headaches and all kinds of altitude stuff. So, but I notice when I go to other climates, I don't always do that. So you should be drinking half your body weight in ounces a day in water. Number two, focus on good nutrition. So the amount of sugar that we're taking in and the amount of junk food we're taking in has a direct impact on our face. And so if you are having lots of breakouts and you're also eating like crap, sometimes that can have a real impact. So increase your water, watch your nutrition, use the right skincare for you. So try a couple different skincare types and really get the skincare type you need. If you are breaking out a lot, sometimes that's an indication that your body, it needs more moisture, which is counterintuitive. And then, so finding the right skincare, and then washing your face every night. Just if you wash your face every night and take your makeup off, just by doing that, you will notice an improvement in your skin. I did when I really looked at it. So those sort of 4 things, if you can focus on those 4 things, you will see improved results in your skin tone, and your skin overall. I always tell people, focus on one habit at a time. So if you really stink at drinking water, just focus at drinking water for a couple of weeks, and then pick up a next habit that you want to break or that you want to do better at. Because if you take one at a time, it's a little less overwhelming. Those are my tips. That's what I have. I hope you have a great day, and we will talk soon.